In all 1,400 of your audience members every night, they all pick a line or a couple of lines that resonate, that's the moment for them. That's where they connect to today.
Sorkin's got a bunch of them.
Yeah, and for me, if I had to pull it down to the one line, it's the one line that I referred to in introducing that clip, which is, we can't go on like this. That is a feeling that I am picking up from people all over this country. We can't go on like this. And we've been there before, as this play shows.
Yeah, and whether it's racism, as we deal with in the play directly, or the people feel it. They feel it. They hear Atticus say, we can't go on like this. We have to heal this wound or we will never stop bleeding. But the audience feels it. They watch the movie, they see they read the book, they feel the play. And it feels very familiar to what's going on just today. You know, with Justin Amash coming out. I mean, when he tweeted, it was like, okay, you tweeted. That's a profile in courage, I guess, nowadays. And then he did the town hall in front of his constituents. And those weren't just Democrats in there coming. They were Republicans, and they were standing and cheering this guy. Those people are out there. I live out there. I live in Michigan. They're out there. They're ashamed of what's going on. The fact that this guy, this president, has completely soiled the Oval Office, soiled the presidency. And you've got a lot of people, and I keep looking at them. I go, when is enough enough? Have we tripped it yet so that you're going to go, okay, if I have to vote for a Democrat or Biden, then I will. But are you there yet? Because you're on the Titanic. And after Mueller spoke the other day, the iceberg got a little closer. So when you're getting off, they're the ones who need to show the courage. Not only just the 15 Republicans in the Senate who are deathly silent, but also those people, those Republicans who, like my dad, were Republican moderates. You know, a worthy, much worthy. We need Republican moderates to sit in the same room with the Democrats and work out a deal for everybody. We need that. And they're out there. It's time to get off the fence. Much like Atticus. Atticus has to come off the porch. Atticus can't sit there and go, I just handle foreclosures and land disputes and I stay out of it and the whole race thing is on the other side of town. I don't deal with it. I'm trying to raise my kids. I don't want to, you know, he's an apologist. And we can't be that anymore. That clock's run out.
This is Jeff Daniels, currently playing the role of Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird on Broadway, pointing out similarities between a play trying to find justice in a deeply unjust society and our current situation under Trump. And this has been a recurring theme for Daniels, who made waves last week with an impassioned speech while appearing with MSNBC's Nicole Wallace, in which he charged someone in the Republican Party to be the hero that history will remember.
Courage is standing up and being a true patriot like we used to have way back in 1776 and all of that. We need to. Who are the heroes going to be? Is it going to be the Daniel Ellsberg Pentagon Papers guy? Who's the guy at the Justice Department that's going to go, here, Washington Post, here's the unredacted, go. I'm waiting for that guy.
We're all waiting for that guy.
We need people like that. And to look at Congress with all their politics going, well, if I do this, I can't do that. You're all worthless to me right now. You are all worthless. I need people to stand up and be heroic. Who are you? Because democracy is at stake.
And we might have found it. Daniels points to the fact that Republican Congressman Justin Amash had the courage to write multiple Twitter threads coming out in support of impeaching Trump, the first Republican to do so. And look, a Twitter thread might not be up to par with Daniel Ellsberg releasing the Pentagon Papers to the Washington Post, but actually in 2019 it kind of is. That said, he didn't stop there. Amash also held a town hall in which he faced his constituents, in a reliably Republican district in Michigan, mind you, and got this reaction.
I think it's really important that we do our job as a Congress, that we not allow misconduct to go undeterred, that we not just say someone can violate the public trust and that there are no consequences to it.
And whether Amash will go down in history as the hero we've been waiting for remains to be seen, but what he did took courage. Now we wait and see who follows his lead. Because like Daniel said, it's time to get off the fence. By virtue of doing nothing, if you're in a position of leadership, if you're one of the few people on the face of the earth who has the ability to speak out, and you're not, then you're complicit. You are actively choosing silence over action. And it might seem unfair that you can be blamed for opting to take no action at all, but our elected officials swore an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States, not an oath to defend Trump. And it's about time they showed that. Because yes, the iceberg is in front of us. We are clearly in the midst of a constitutional crisis. If our elected officials don't stand up now, if they don't exercise their constitutional duties of oversight now, then when? On what planet is all of this not enough? Is 10 instances of obstruction of justice, is cooperating with a hostile foreign power to influence the outcome of our election, of emoluments clause violations and self-dealing, of alienating allies and lionizing dictators, not exactly what the framers thought of when creating our system of checks and balances, of enabling a co-equal branch of government to remove a president so glaringly unfit for office? The entire world knows that if this president was a Democrat, Republicans would not only be calling for his impeachment, but accusing him of outright treason. They thought Obama's tan suit was an affront to democracy. What in the world do you think they'd say if a Democrat pressured Comey to end his investigation into Mike Flynn, or tried to get the Attorney General to unrecuse himself because it would be of political benefit, or fired the FBI director before telling the Russians that the pressure is taken off, or tried on multiple occasions to have Mueller removed after the special counsel probe started, or tried to get Jeff Sessions to limit the scope of Mueller's probe, or edited his son's statement about an incriminating meeting in Trump Tower, or demanded that White House counsel Don McGahn lie about the president trying to get him to fire Mueller, which McGahn refused to do, or dangled pardons for Flynn and Manafort, or tried to intimidate Michael Cohen when he cooperated with prosecutors. What would they say if a Democratic administration incurred 199 criminal charges, 37 indictments and guilty pleas, and 5 prison sentences? Because if you think one single Republican wouldn't be calling for impeachment from sunup to sundown on every cable news show, in every tweet, wouldn't be printing it on shirts and sending planes to write it in the skies, then you're just not operating in reality. Because after all we've seen,
when is enough enough?